I 100% agree, and anecdotally, because I've done it for so long.
Yeah.
Like I've been that guy lurking in the background, and if a ranch tag pops up and a landowner tag pops up and cheap and random units, I've hunted them. And there are big bucks in a lot of random places.
Yeah. That's what it makes antelope fun.
I like hunting them in like that foothill stuff, like where people aren't hunting them. Like that's when I had my Nevada antelope tag. Like I was chasing them in places where there wasn't a lot of people, so I knew I had a buck that if I wanted to go after him, I knew I was the only person hunting him because no one wanted to hunt that stuff.
When you had that tag, did you just overlook everything that you would typically find antelope in and go look for an area where you thought there'd be antelope
100%.
potentially, but just no other people? Did you see many antelope or not many?
I didn't see many, no.
So just a few.
Just a few, but I had enough target bucks picked out that I had them all marked, so I knew like a strategy. Like I'm gonna go hunt here right away. Check this out. If he's not there, I have another backup buck. But like I knew a lot of those bucks won't get pressured.
Yeah,
and I killed mine 30 minutes in the opening day.
Yeah,
I did my homework ahead of time to pinpoint where it was exactly. But I had a plan going into it. But shot my target buck right away.
I like when there's not a lot of them. Just the mind-numbing, like you talk about some of those fourth season Colorado deer hunts. And you just see a
deer everywhere,
metric pile of 150-inch deer, and it just gets like, sometimes you don't even want to take out your spotter because you kind of preemptively are already like, I know what it is.
Yeah.
But maybe it's not.
Maybe not.
The same thing with antelope, but even worse because there's more, and it's in the heat, and they're in the open, and it's like you just get mind numb of like another spot, another time, get out, spotter, the whole thing. I like when there's just few pockets of them, and you can really get in tight and go look, and that's what I like.
Is there a prettier? I don't think there's a prettier animal on the western landscape.
Absolutely gorgeous.
There's not.
What about mule deer? Prettier? No.
And antelope, the Cape wise is prettier.
They're so striking. I think they're just beautiful animals. I think they're really cool.
I don't think anyone could argue if you're talking pretty and strike. I mean, how do you argue orange, white, and black?
Yeah, they're
jet
cool.
black? How do you argue that?
Those real black cheek patches, and I love it when those older bucks they get the real black muzzle and
the alien-looking face. And the heat waves when you glass them up and it just looks like an alien head.
I love their demeanor. How they kind of look at you, and they stand out there. They're super curious. They'll approach you.
Little noise they make.
Yeah.
Little like kazoo.
The kind of wheeze at you.
I think if you striking beauty is antelope, right? Majestic, like that kind of like majestic vibe is mule deer, and then just the beast is elk. You know what I mean? That's what's cool about them is just
the noisy
giant.
frat boy. You mean?
But like I'm talking that, like the visual.
Okay,
like you're talking about the most striking animal, antelope.
Yeah.
And talk about like that majestic vibe, big mule deer standing on a snowy hillside, and then just the mega beast of a
bull elk.
I mean, a 60-inch main beam. That's pretty wild. It's wild.
I love it. We're talking about antelope, but this is going to be released mid-September, which we should be talking about elk. But we've been on an antelope bender, around the office.
Well, Nevada. That's the beautiful thing about Nevada is antelope August 22nd rifle. Yeah. So a lot of guys in the office, a lot of friends. So we just got off of helping a friend of Porter's, great guy, just helped him. Scott is on an antelope hunt right now. Cody helped his friend just kill one. So we're heavy in antelope.
You know what else was cool about the two antelope that we had? You guys helped a buddy, with a Porter's buddy. And then, we had your friend, Cody's friend in here just barely now. We were looking at an antelope and got it in the freezer. But both of those guys are relatively new to hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Like very, very, very brand new. And I think an antelope's a great species for new hunters.
Oh, it'll bite you. You're in deep if you go on a good antelope hunt.
Yeah.
You'll never let it get away.
It gets in your blood, huh?
Yeah. It's a great introductory animal to go after. You work on every single technique.
Optics.
Yep.
Long range.
Glassing.
Strategy. Lots of strategy. How do you break that 1,000-yard buffer? How do you get that shot? And when you do get a shot, it's going to be long. Optics like crazy. Flat landscape, so you got to be real strategic on process of how to sneak in.
Even a bow hunt, though. Like, bow hunt's testing everything. If you can get within bow range of an antelope, you can get in bow range of anything else.
I've never killed one with a bow.
Oh, really?
Never.
Never, ever. Never. You want to?
Why? Like, for what? I'm on an archery. I'm getting more mature in hunting. Just, I've hunted a lot. I've been super fortunate to hunt since I was 12 in a lot of different species, a lot of different places. Got my son now and my wife, and I love taking them hunting. And I like that like kill thing in me. It's in there, but for specific reasons now, where before it was just like in me. You know what I mean? Like I just couldn't stand not killing. Now I have these there's like purposes in my head and for whatever reason, archery is like kind of taken over. I want to kill with a bow for the rest of my life. I just want to kill with a bow. And, it bothers me that I've never killed an antelope with a bow.
I've only killed one with a rifle. All my other antelope have been archery.
Yeah.
I've killed 2 with a rifle, I think.
And how many with a bow?
I don't know. Probably 5 or maybe 5.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I did it backwards.
A bow is fun.
Yeah, it is fun. Would you are you like married to one method or the other, spot and stock or blind, or
No.
doesn't matter to you?
No, just draw back.
Yeah.
Sight picture.
Oh, yeah.
antelope. That's I just want to do it.
Well, when we going? When you going? I know you're bow shooting good.
Oh, it's shooting great. Thank you, Trail, by the way. Really, really appreciate that.
It's nice when it works out.
Oh, man, that thing is flat shooting right now. Shot it again this morning. It is.
Some bows are easier to tune than others.
God dang, that thing shoots good.
Let's talk about your bow prep.
My bow prep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we did some chronograph work the other day, getting that dialed. Now you're getting your sight tape all 100% dialed, and now you're going to go out.
Do you know what his bow's shooting feet per second?
Guess. You guess. I'm shooting 449 grain.
450-ish.
Yeah.
50 grain arrow.
Draw. I'm going to say it's about 282.
Damn close.
You're a bow guy.
What is it?
285.
Oh, 285.
Yep.
Okay.
285.
Yeah.
Consistent though, like wildly consistent.
285 is like right in the wheelhouse.
Mm-hmm.
You shooting? You shot broadheads?
Yeah, that's what I
Montex.
I only to chronograph and all. Why would I shoot? Sure. My whole thought process. Why would I shoot a field tip through the chrono and validate and all that stuff with field tip? Like I just did myself no justice when I'm in the field hunting. So I did it all broadhead, everything.
Cool.
Yeah, G5 Montec.
Flying good.
Phenomenal.
Which is the reason I said, kind of that wheelhouse, because I think like 280 to 290, that's kind of you right in the wheelhouse for being able to tune pretty much any broadhead that you might ever want to shoot.
Yeah, it's not a hot rod.
Yeah, I mean, you're introducing potentially more issues, a little bit more tuning, whereas you get like 280, 285, you're like right in the wheelhouse. You can tune anything, pretty much. Any broadhead should fly well.
And that's proving to be the case. I'm not an archery guy like you, and I mean, whatever I throw on that. Although I've only shot Montex literally since the year they came out. I have a tattoo on my wrist of a Montec. So yeah, I mean, I only shoot that
broadheads
since the day they came out.
What else did you have for him?
Oh, so now that he's got that dialed, though, you're saying now you can start working on your angled shots. You got everything programmed in your loophole full draw.
Yeah. So what I'm stressed about, not stressed, but what I want to get done before I leave is, elk hunt angle cuts really not a thing. It could be, it can be, but it's really not a thing.
Last animal I missed was because of an angle cut.
So that was an elk, right? That has been in my head.
It was an elk.
That has been in my head.
Yep.
But my like driving force behind this is I did reschedule my sheep hunt. Outfitter got back to me in text. I'm on the book. So I'm going in October, leaving September 30th, October 1st through the 10th. And stone sheep, I mean, clearly going to be an angle. If there's not an angle cut, it'll be a miracle. It's kind of where my mind's at. And so, yeah, I really want to get the loopholed full draw 5, which I just picked up. I'm going to make that my archery rangefinder for this hunt. I want to make sure like take all mind thought.
Yeah, everything matches up.
Yep. Have you played with that, the full draw 5?
Yeah.
What's your take on it? You like it?
Love it.
Everybody says that it's the best archer specific, bow hunter specific rangefinder out there. I don't have one. I swear up and down I was going to buy one after I missed that bull.
So you're on your phone trying to buy it.
Yeah, like instantaneously. Yeah, I mean when I missed that bull, I was so pissed. I was it sucks.
And it's a bull too.
Yeah,
like big. You feel like bull, you just feel like.
I mean, here's the thing: is like I don't feel terrible because when that arrow went off, it broke as clean as any arrow I've ever shot in my life, and like I was, dead bull, but I just angle compensation, steep downhill.
Did you, in your mind, because the vital profile of a bull is so big, did it not register or like? What?
Oh, I'd sat there all day in the sun waiting for this bull to stand up and kind of work his way back up this ridge, which he did perfectly. I stood up, I kind of worked my way into the shade of this juniper, and I was just kind of watching him, tracking him, and it developed over, 15, 20 minutes of him working along this ridge. Stepped out, took a range, even though I'd been sitting there in the sun for 3.5 hours. Like I could have had that all figured out, which I'm sure at some point I'd probably ranged it, And my my rangefinder, you range, and then you have to wait like a split second, and it'll give you the calculated. So it gives you the true distance, and then it'll give you the calculated range after the fact. In the moment, for whatever reason, that moment, I just lost it and just ranged. Took the first range, which was like 65 yards, dialed to 65, waited for him to step out, drew back, anchored. It was pretty steep downhill, and I don't know what it was, but yeah, just held it right over the top of his back, gave him a haircut. And but when that arrow released, it was like one of those arrows when you shoot it and you just see the arrow
immediately in your head. You're like, "Yep,
dead."
Yep.
See the arrow the entire flight.
Just looks so perfect.
Yeah, it's just arcing in. You can see those veins just twisting, you know, you can see the whole thing and you're like, yep, this is going to happen. And then just sparks.
My mental voice, for whatever reason, I'm sure everyone's different. But when I do execute a shot that I just, in my head, I hear myself go, yep. Like that's my mental cue on a good shot.
Those are the best ones.
Best.
So I'm interested in how you like that rangefinder, because I know that you can input, you know, your all the different specs of your setup. So you're shooting it through a chrono?
Yep.
Okay. And then you put that in, and it's pretty accurate. Everybody I've talked to says it's pretty accurate, unless you get like stupid steep.
So I have not real life validated. I have data in, but I have not real life validated, which I plan to do when the archery range opens back up.
Gotcha.
Hurricane Hillary put a little damper on
Ours too.
them.
Up
Really?
there. Yeah. Washed out the whole road.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was closed for a week.
Yeah. So I, once that gets open, I got some time, I'm going to go, real world validate. But yeah, I mean, I love it otherwise. I mean, unless something weird happens there, I love it.
You got an 18-1 Reinhardt. Those are kind of fun to just kick down a hill and shoot them. Shoot some angles.
I probably should get one.
Those are kind of handy. Yeah, those are kind of fun.
What's your training stuff look like right now? Shoot practice wise?
Every day,
ready for your hunt?
Yeah, it's funny. So I hunted. I was telling you the other podcast. I hunted the first 3 days of the bow hunt, which I drop my bow back like first thing in the morning while I'm kind of waiting for it to get light. I'll knock an arrow and draw it back a few times and anchor and just aim it at a spot. It's just to kind of get used to finding your anchor point and like feeling the tension and everything. But came back, and then this week I went up and shot some arrows the one morning before work, and it felt like I hadn't shot for a few days.
Really?
Yeah, I'm weird that way. I know everybody's different. There's a lot of people that think like, oh, I can't shoot. I shoot too much, and they can introduce some bad habits.
That's
Lorenzo.
Yeah, right.
That's me.
Yeah. I'm kind of the opposite. Like if I don't shoot every day, if I don't draw an anchor and find my anchor point and get comfortable with it, it tends to float for me. It just feels weird to me. So I got to shoot arrows, but yeah, midweek, I had busted strands in my string. So I had 2 strands that went around my peep sight that I knew were broke, and they've been broke. I just kind of served them over. But then I got new strings. Shout out Austin Kincaid built me some strings, and they showed up at my house. And like I had this thought the one evening, I was like, I shouldn't do this.
Yeah, like that's into the hunt.
I'm sitting there and I'm looking at these strings, and they're so pretty because I mean. So I haven't had like a pinstripe set of strings because I kind of bought into this thing that like solid color strings or even 2 colors were a more stable set of strings because you're not introducing that third strand. And then I got to thinking back on it, like one of the best sets of strings I ever had a pinstripe in it. And then talking to Austin kind of convinced me he thinks it's bullshit. So he sent me, they're the sexiest set of strings. They're like tan black pinstripe with flame. Which is like an orange red flame color between, and clear serving. They look so good.
I don't think I've ever seen you so excited.
I love a new set of strings. I'm a complete nerd when it comes to strings. But yeah, I was sitting there. I got them in the mail. And they were laying there, and I was like looking at them, and I was like, I shouldn't do this because the bow was shooting really good. Like even though I knew it had some busted strands, and I've had those on there for year and a half, I guess at this point. And then I was just like, yeah, fuck it. I'm
going to do it.
I'm going for it. So I ran downstairs and threw them on. And, every set of strings is like, there's a little bit of a shoot in period. There's some tweaks. I went up the next morning and shot strings, shot my pins in. It shot okay, but I was just like not in love with the way it shot. So then I came home at lunch, threw the bow in the press. I put a half twist in one cable. Cut the D-loop, cut the knock point, pulled the peep out.
Oh, dang. You did everything.
Yeah, I get weird. But, pulled everything out and then kind of restarted over, set things up, shot it through paper, bullet hold, shot a bear shaft through paper, bullet hold, and then, I ran it up to the range that evening, and I shot broadheads out to 100 yards, and That's what I was telling you in the other podcast. So I like to shoot pop cans at 100 yards. I, stick them in a target because I like that audible pop. It's just like ping. I love that sound. So I shot broadheads into 100. It's aiming and shooting really good. But
Coke or Pepsi?
It was what was it? No, it wasn't Mountain Dew. It wasn't my pop can. I just pulled it out of the trash can. It was like a iced tea, white can on a tan target. So showed really well.
I'm taking out Bud Lights.
Shooting
all
Buds.
Bud Light cans.
Yeah, lights.
No, you were talking about that. I'm like, I would enjoy that audible feedback.
Yeah, it's the best, man.
Yeah.
You cut an arrow loose and you kind of watch it in flight, but then you get that audible feedback,
Yeah.
that ping.
And I'll have fun shooting Bud Light cans. It'd be great.
Yep. You're like, yep.
Me and Kid Rock.
That one.
He's doing it with a machine gun though, so it's a little different.
So that's good though. Went in, tied the peep in, and that's. But yeah, I'm shooting. If I'm at work, like I'm at home working during the week, and then if I'm hunting on weekends, I'm up shooting every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every morning.
Mostly just because I like to shoot.
How many? What are you doing? Like 30, 45 minutes of shooting, or is it?
I'm getting up there probably like. I'll get up and like make my kids lunch, make them breakfast. They leave for school at like 7:30, so I'm like taking off maybe 15 minutes before they head out the door, and I'm up there from like 7:30 to 8:30.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting a good
like an
time.
hour. I'm probably shooting 50, 60 arrows. Yeah.
So I've been, because I can introduce some, like I just know that about myself, but I'm also, this is the most, I don't know what the word is, stressed, anxious, whatever, but stone sheep bow, it's in my mind a little,
How is the pressure?
It's
do you feel it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's on my mind. And usually you guys know me, I'm a pretty carefree, like, easygoing. This it's on me. Like it'll eat at me a little bit, just making sure, am I really doing enough? Am I really doing everything I can? Kind of a thought. So what I've been doing and what I did today, which I really enjoyed. So I've been rucking because I can do that, can't lift, but I can do that. And when I get back to the truck, I have a block target. There's no angles because I can't drive my truck like into the mountain because the trailhead stops and I got to hike in the desert. So I don't really have angles, but what I did today was I kicked the target out and I just started walking through the desert, and wherever I stopped was the shot. So I wasn't doing a perfect 20, 30, 40.
Were you guessing your range and then ranging it?
Mentally I was guessing, but then I would range. But wherever I stopped, if it was 43 or if it was 47, that's where I shot from.
Yep.
And it was nice today because I just, I've been doing really good at all the increments of 10, but it's just a dead hold and really nothing else to think about. In those first couple, like 47 and a halves and 46 and 35. And I'm like, okay, splitting pins, doing this. The first couple shots weren't great, but then after I shot about 20 arrows, I'm like, all right, I'm good. But if I hadn't done that, and it's because that sheep thing is just a little more than usual. It's just kind of like, am I really doing enough?
I don't think enough people spend time estimating range.
And it's a good trait to have.
Yeah,
too.
I have a friend. You guys know this person as well, but I won't out him on the podcast.
Come on, he's your friend. You won't get mad.
It's Rich. Sorry, Rich. Yeah, Rich missed a cow on the weekend.
Oh,
did he tell you guys this?
No.
Yeah, so he missed a cow, and he was asking me. He's like, "How often do you, when you're elk hunting, do you actually range the animal before you get a shot?" And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, I can't think of hardly any instances where I've actually got a chance to range the animal
and then the same spot,
and then shot that animal for the same range. Yeah. Like I may have ranged the animal as it's walking in, but more often you're ranging a tree, a bush, someplace, in several options, right? So you're measuring some close, some far, and you're kind of using that as a guesstimate to kind of judge. But he was asking me that, and as I got to thinking about it, I'm like, I don't think I spend nearly enough time just guesstimating range. That cow that came in on the weekend, I mean, I ranged her at one point. She was 90 yards. She ended up, at 42 yards. I didn't range her in between there, you know what I mean? But like, she was pretty much in the wide open, you know what I mean? Like if I would have decided to kill that animal, I would have had to guess, other than pull out my rangefinder and risk spooking her. So man, guessing ranges is important. It's really important. That's why I asked if you were guessing.
I always do before in that exercise, of like doing that style of shooting. But I always try and guess, and I always out there like hunting antelope. I'm always trying to guess before I range. I'm always like, I think he's like 600. And then I'll range it and see, you know, or like, how close are we to those antelope? The ones that were just sitting in the field, like to our left, and kind of driving up this road, and they were in a ag field. And obviously if you're on one side and they're in the ag field, like they don't really care. So I'm like, man, is that an archery shot? I'm like, I think they're 90. And I did range them and they were 101. And I'm like, would have missed, you know? But I don't know. It's one of those things, like you can get better at it too if you just keep doing it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And the different sizes of animals impact how close or how far they look.
Yeah.
You know, like an elk, the body size of an elk is, you know, double that of a mule deer. So
yeah. Bull elk at 20 is like, this fucking thing is on me.
Yeah.
Like, we have no space in between us.
Yeah. And conversely, you see it at 16, you might think it's at 50 or 40, you know,
exactly.
but just because of the body size. So yeah, that's interesting.
So Trail, when you're out there right now, mid-season, doing your archery practice, what are you doing distance-wise? You know your bow's tuned. Let's say everything's dialed. Are you doing long distance practice to make the easier shots better and like make sure all the stuff's perfect? Or are you just mixing it up and doing any sort of yardage and going through and like shooting a course? Or
I've been on a long range kick lately. Like I would say, so if I shoot 60 arrows at the range in the morning, I would bet 40 of them are from 100 to 120. Like I'm just launching bombs. And I think it's because, and then I'll shoot the various ranges just to double check my marks and my pins. And it does. I don't know that it makes it a whole lot easier, but once you've shot a bunch of arrows at 110, 120, you move into 50 or 60, it looks pretty steady. Like your pin hold looks real steady and your form feels really tight just because you have to be so set, so solid 120 to hit anything. So I think it does help, but that's not like, I didn't calculate it that way. It's not like I've been like, in August and September, leading up to a hunt, I'm only going to shoot 100 or 120 just to tighten things up. It's just because that's what I've been doing because it's fun. It's
fun too, yeah.
Yeah. The one thing I do like about shooting long distance, especially if you're like working out your sight, so like your left and rights, assuming that your bow's tuned, you've paper tuned it, maybe you've done a walk back tune, but you start shooting at 110, 120, you can really walk your left to right into dead center. Same with your vertical as well. But I really like to use long range to work out my left and rights on my pin. Because the further away it is, the more exaggerated it's going to be. Yeah. You've been shooting long. I saw you the other day, you're shooting 75, 80.
Yeah. I mean, is that considered long?
I think it's long. 80 is long shot, man.
Yeah,
it is funny. I will say, like, I've been listening to like a bunch of different podcasts and reading a bunch of different posts in the last like week and a half since the hunts have started. How many people I've seen now that are owning up to like shooting animals at 70 and 80. It's almost become like the new 60. 80 is the new 60.
Yeah. I'll tell people all day long I've shot 80 before.
Sure.
Even before, if that is what you've noticed.
Yeah.
I did it before that and I was successful at it.
Were you hearing people say that 10 years ago?
I would post yardages back in the day. Like I'm talking like right when social was around. Oh, I got ripped apart hard.
Yeah.
For telling distance I was shooting things at. I mean, maybe because we didn't have a way to prove how much you were practicing, people just assumed you were just maybe going out there and just, I'm going to launch a bomb at 90.
But like, I think the equipment's gotten a lot better.
Equipment's gotten a lot better. Like you're saying though, when I was shooting, when I was a diehard bow hunter, like that's why I wanted to hear what you were doing. Cause like when I would go out in the summer, it was just 100 plus. That's all I did. Cause I wanted to work on everything, the form, shot execution, control, like you're saying, the lefts and rights, you can really see it because everything's gonna be magnified at that distance. So I can fine tune it to be perfect. And then when I go back closer distances, my gosh, it just feels so easy.
Yeah.
And watching a clean arrow break at 100 just gives you more time to watch.
You're going to have the best day at work ever if you launched one at 100 and hit a pop can.
Yeah. You watched it. It just gives you more time to watch it go in.
It's so satisfying.
It is a trend though. Like more people are okay with it.
I think more people are just getting more confident to own up to it too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you do practice, you should be. Why not?
Yeah.
Like increasing your effective range is increasing success. So like people who really genuinely work at it, go do it.
I can definitely say like in the last 5 years or so, I mean, if you go to a TAC event, right? So if you went to a TAC event 5 years ago or 10 years ago, most people that were there were shooting index finger, wrist rocket releases. You didn't see that many people with like a back bar. Yeah. You didn't hardly ever see anybody with a dovetail sight or slider. If you go to that event now, I would say 80% of the people are shooting either a thumb button release or a hinge. Not that you can't shoot an index finger release really cleanly and really accurately, because you certainly can. There's a lot of people that do it, but
Cam Haynes.
Yeah.
That guy's
Tim Gillingham.
Crazy actor.
Tim Gillingham. I mean, the hammer. But but a lot of people are now, back bars, super common, slider sights. Everybody's got one. I would bet 90% of the sights we sell on our gear shop are slider sights.
Yeah.
So
back bars are so common that I saw when Lorenzo was shooting through the chronograph the other day. I was like, you don't have a back bar?
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have one. It's kind of an anomaly now. We're back in the day. Like you said, it was the total opposite.
When I first tried the back bar, so what I like to do when I first draw, I don't put my head in first. I always first draw and kind of I have it close, but like kind of down a little bit towards my front leg. And I always like to get a visual sight picture of shooting lanes and just kind of recheck everything before I settle in. Because as soon as you settle in, or at least me, as soon as I settle in, my field of view, I get real like singular focused once my eyes in that peep. And you just kind of lose, like if he walks through one shoot lane, because I took that moment, I know there's another one coming. But if I would have been in my peep the whole time, I might not have known that, right? If
Follow
you didn't
along
stop,
with it.
right? So I always kind of let it hang low, and that back bar would hit my leg, and just my stance or whatever, and it was bugging me. So I pulled it off.
That's one thing I like about mine is I like that V in the back bar and the riser. I like rest it between my thigh before I draw. It's like another little reminder. It's just part of my shot process. I set it right there, and I let that V bar sit on either side of my thigh with the riser, but.
Different strokes, different folks. That bugged me. That it would touch me. It just bugged me.
Lorenzo's like, "Don't touch me."
Yeah, I just wanted to let it hang and hold. Like I don't want anything. So that's why I don't do it.
Did you just touch my drum set?
But yeah, it's the shooting 80 for me is because I have a feeling. I have a feeling it's going to be a weird 83 or 74 type of. Just a weird number, The
other thing about archery right now is there's never been more like good how-tos. You've got podcasts. You have a lot of really good shooters that are putting out information on YouTube. There's like tons of good information. I mean, the ability to go from just like a novice shooter or a brand new shooter to somebody. I saw a guy followed me on Instagram, and then he sent me a message. So I clicked on his profile. I was just kind of cruising through and looking through his profile. The guy's shooting 300 Vegas rounds, right? With a hunting bow, long bars, but he's only been shooting a bow for a year and a half, and he's consistently doing that. I think I've probably only ever shot like 1 or 2 300 rounds in my life. Like that guy just started a year and a half ago and was able to go from that point to like regularly shooting 300 Vegas rounds just by what he picked up, online or whatever. So
more people are willing to share nowadays.
For sure.
Like back in the day, it was just like archery talk.
Yeah.
And what happens on archery talk. It's just a lot of opinions, and like no one's really helping each other.
No,
There's always
opinions on a forum.
Yeah, and you had to fish through all this stuff.
Yeah, there's
be
all
like,
this bunch of junk. Like who's the actual legit person you don't know. And then nowadays, like you legit have people who have the background and to back it up. Like if we're talking something, you can listen to that person. You can gain a lot of intel. You can cut that learning curve down so much faster.
Yeah. If you want to really geek out on archery stuff right now, John Dudley's got a whole series going on in his podcast, the Knock On podcast, and he's had like Joel Maxfield, at Matthews. Yep. He had Bill at Iron Will. He had Darren Cooper, which was the cam and a half designer for Hoyt. Like he's had like 3 or 4 people just recently. I listened to him going back and forth between the mountain, but like those guys go so deep into just all kinds of tech tuning, arrow tips. Most of it's heavily on arrow stuff, but if you want to check that out, it's interesting. But that kind of stuff didn't exist.
Yeah, the internet was still very popular back then, but it's just like not many people were willing to share the trade secrets.
Yeah, just weren't doing it.
Can I tell a long story?
Yeah,
and
I love
it's
long
about
stories.
a rifle, but it's this exact thing, but about a rifle. And Brady doesn't. I'll validate Brady for him because he doesn't give himself enough credit for it sometimes. But so we were just antelope hunting, helping one of Porter's really good friends. He's become one of my friends through Porter. New to hunting, very capable guy named Zach Harpin. Snowmobiler, works on snowmobiles, construction build kind of a guy, like very capable. But he loves, genuinely outside of Porter, loves GOHUNT. Has been an insider for a long time because he wants to get into hunting, wants to get his kids into hunting and all that stuff. So this is who we went up antelope hunting with. Porter wanted us to go, and we needed to get some assets for some other things too. Some of our new apparel, hats, and things. So perfect, It's 2 birds, 1 stone. I need to get the fuck out of the city anyways. I feel stuck here after all this shit, so let's go. So we go out there, and we're hunting antelope. The guy, his scouting report, because he went up the weekend before with his son, was so dialed. And this guy's new to hunting, right? he killed a spike elk last year. This is, you know, and it was just a spike tag. So like this is his first chance at a good animal, you know, good antelope tag, the whole thing. Dude, his scouting report was phenomenal. Pins with pictures.
With pictures, that was the cool part.
Yeah, with description. Put it into a hunt folder, sent it to us. And like, dude, he knows the full suite of the product and how powerful it is. And he's new to hunting, but he just took the time to read Brady's articles.
Yeah.
And to read and to watch our how-to videos and all this stuff, right? So Brady and I are in a truck driving up because we had to go get assets and we were kind of the asset team. So we got up there an hour and 40 minutes before them. But man, we open up the hunt folder and Brady and I are like, shit, this is great.
It's
like
dialed.
we're in the ground running.
Yeah.
Like we'll go hit these spots. So when he shows up, we know we can relay the message. This is phenomenal. It's like something we would expect from a guy like you. You know what I mean? Like, hey, help me out.
You wouldn't expect that from me.
Actually, yeah, that's Matt's. Not from you. Hold on.
I'd be like, why don't you guys just fan out? Let's see what happens.
You're right. I take that back. This
Just
has something
find
to do
some
with
stuff that looks good and go for it.
this would be like I don't know. This
Porter.
would be like he's a planner, right? And he
planner.
works here, and so he
Sure.
knows our product. So yeah, it's like a porter thing. But man, he was just dialed. So Brady and I are like, shit, this is great. We're wasting no time. Like we'll hit the ground running. So we do that. He shows up. We start looking, and he's like, man, this last weekend of scouting, Brady and I are in my truck talking, and it's like, it is so fun, and you want to help a guy like him so much more because he's putting in
On the work.
Yep.
So that's where that sharing now you really want to share with this guy all this stuff. Well, make a long story short, we find the buck that he had found last week that he sent us a pin and the pictures and amazing scouting report. We end up, Brady glasses him up, and we're like, oh, that might be him. So we go over. Even he was like, yeah, that's him. Look at my picture, and he's already verifying. I'm like, dude, this guy's good. So develop a plan, this whole thing. Long story short, we go get this buck killed. Well, actually, we get on this buck. He pulls out a kestrel, pulls out range, doing all this stuff. He has Brady standing right next to him. We got this buck at a maybe distance. We'll call
Maybe
it.
distance.
It's like a maybe distance, right? Like, let's just verify if he knew his effective range. Got the distance. Is like, not right now. There's a little bit of a crosswind. Not asking Brady any questions, nothing. Did it all himself.
Yeah.
Range, kestrel, little bit of a crosswind. He's like, no, I can't do it. Let's get closer. It was a maybe range. It was 6 something, right? But the guy had been practicing a lot.
But the cool thing about the kestrel, though, he knew to spin the kestrel in the air to clear out all the atmospheric conditions, so it's going to get you the best dope,
Yeah, I didn't know that.
best wind, best weather station. He was sitting there spinning there, and that's like an advanced tactic. Like a lot of people don't know, like, spinning around
And I'm
to get
sitting there
everything
going,
cleared, get the
"Fuck's he
sensor cleared."
doing?"
Yeah.
What was he
Playing
doing this for?
Tilly
Get on the
Wings
gun.
over
You
there.
know, like that's in my mind.
He's
Get in
literally,
the gun.
he's literally taking the string and you're spinning around a very expensive device in the air. It doesn't look like it should be doing it, but that's actually you're clearing out the
He's
sensor.
like a kid in church. He's just whipping it
So
around. He's
that,
bored.
that tells you the difference of Brady. I'm sitting there going like, what the hell
Yeah,
is he
what's
doing?
he
Because I'm
doing?
thinking he's a new hunter. Brady's over there going, holy shit, he knows what he's doing, right? So anyways, that was a maybe distance. We develop a new plan. We go in, and now Brady went to a higher elevation, so we didn't lose sight of the buck. He was all by himself. And he was acting like, and I'm willing to bet a lot of money, he had been shot at that morning. Because we
Right.
didn't get to hunting grounds till 10:05.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet he was shot at that morning. He was all by himself,
Switched on.
and he was alert every way from Sunday. Like he was looking 360 at all points. So he was pretty tough to get on, but we got on him. Brady was in charge of not losing sight. And then I went with Zach and his friend Scott, who was there just to be there and help. He's a phenomenal guy, Air Force pilot, great guy.
Good dude.
Phenomenal. He was with us
Yeah.
on Porter's Hunt last year. Just
Very
a
nice
salt
guy.
to the earth, best guy. So me and them two are going down to, put a stalk on, try to get in the right area where he's going to. But Zach, because he went scouting the weekend before, this piece off these fields, he knew like, okay, that's probably where he's going. That's where I saw him last week. So we had that intel. He had done that. Porter and Brady are up top, not losing visual on him. Well, we get down there and it ends up working out. We do a good job of getting in front of them and kind of predicting what's going to happen. But it's not a close range. We get the range for him. It's 454, I think, right? 454.
Yep.
He did not say one more word after that. And I don't have Brady with me, and
Yeah.
I'm not a good,
Yeah.
like, you can't ask me those questions. Like, I know I'm confident in like telling somebody what to do to get on an animal, or like potential behavior of what the animal is going to do based on,
Yeah.
like I'm confident there. But man, if after I gave him the range, if he were to start asking me questions of wind, I would have had no clue. Right. And I'm like, shit, Brady's not here and the shot's going to happen. Like we were hoping we'd all get together for the shot, but it just kind of materialized. Gave him the range 454. He never said one word after that. Earplugs in, foamies in. And I'm like, man, it's still a pretty long shot. But like, he was up there, did his whole thing. Next thing I know, bam, gun goes off. Get him acquired in my binos. He's doing a spin, punched him right through the chest into the shoulder, doing a spin, tips right over. And I'm like, bro, that was an amazing shot. Porter and Brady come over, and I'm like, dude, this guy, the shot. First thing he says, he goes, the only reason I did this, and he was being dead serious, he goes, Brady's videos. Like, I learned how to shoot through Brady's videos.
Just
like
start to finish.
Start to finish. And he's like kind of fanboy, and sorry to throw you under the bus, Zach, but he was fanboy. Now, you know, it's over, and some truth was flowing, and he was fanboying on Brady. But like, that's to that level of people are willing to share, right? Like I'm with a guy, he just started hunting last year. He's killed one animal, spike elk, right? And he killed it at 200 something yards, kind of ran right to him, one of those deals. But I'm sitting there like, dude, he didn't ask any questions, did it all himself.
Had it figured.
All he needed was a range, was confident in his effective range, knew the 6 something was no good, 454, he was super comfortable.
That's the good thing about the internet right now, right?
Yeah, and so I'm like, Brady, like, dude, you'd be so proud of him. Tell him about the shot. And he goes, the only reason I know how to do this is I watch every single one of Brady's videos, every single one.
And one of the really cool things
That's
was too,
wild.
is like every time he would grab his rifle, he would also grab his rear shooting bag. He had a Phoenix shooting bag, and he knew the importance as a new hunter, even though, like, to have support on the backside of the rifle when you're taking a shot. Like, once you get past like 350, you're going to need some support on the back of your rifle to keep it steady. He knew to carry that with him all the time. He had it in his hand. When he got up in the position to take a shot, you know, he had that bag right there. When I walked over, that bag was still underneath the rifle.
Yeah.
Like, that was super cool. He realized that even though it's heat of the moment, he still has to do all the fundamentals right to make a stable shooting platform to make a perfect shot.
He had
And
a
he did that.
process. He clearly had his process.
Yeah,
Like,
the
he was
learning curve's
comfortable.
been so shortened, hasn't it?
Crazy.
Yeah,
Think about that. 454
yeah.
crosswind, not one question, nothing.
Yeah, had everything figured. Yeah, I was just thinking, you know, 20 years ago, you might have known some good archers or some good rifle shooters, you know, but now you essentially have access to them whenever you want. I mean, you can DM them, you can watch their content, you can watch YouTube. I mean, a lot of them put out really good content, as, you know, techniques, the way to hold the release, the way to press a trigger. Yeah.
Good work, Trail.
I
That was
mean,
good.
you know,
I'm a fan of punch the trigger.
Yeah, and even setting up like your own rifle, setting up your own bow. I mean, we've done tutorials. I mean, we've seen how to, you know, lath your scope rings, right? Did I say that right?
Lap
Lap your
lapping.
scope rings. Yeah. I mean, that's incredible. That's crazy that you can do that.
And
It's pretty neat.
Dudley doing what he's doing, like, dude, it's crazy how much info is out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can fix my dishwasher. I can put in a new dishwasher disposal. I mean,
One YouTube video.
One YouTube video.
Ready to go.
I wanted to go back to pressure.
Yeah.
I was curious. Like, I had, so I was talking to Neville. We have a new hunt film coming out, which is my elk hunt last year in Utah. And we were doing some voice, and he was asking me some questions about that hunt. And one of the things he asked me was like, you know, you drew this tag, you burned your bonus points on it. You know, what kind of pressure did you feel? And it got me thinking about it. And I was curious as to you guys' thoughts on pressure. So like, you've got a stone sheep tag.
Yeah.
Do you feel it differently than you did when you were younger? Like, you've been stone sheep hunting once,
2013, a long time ago.
Long time ago. I mean, does it feel different going into this, or do you still feel a lot of pressure? Like, and how does that impact your hunt?
So, just to be ultra transparent, yeah, I mean, look, there's yes, I'm going on a stone sheep hunt, and there's no doubt everyone knows they are expensive, and they are wildly expensive, and they're only getting more, right?
Sure.
So I'm, sitting here like, okay, I'm unreal fortunate. Like, I can't even believe I'm going stone sheep hunting in 2023 to begin with prices and all this stuff. So I'm already sitting here going, this this is not real. You know what I mean? Like, this is not normal. And then you tack on to, but I really want to do it with a bow. Am I selfish for wanting to do it with a bow? Am I? I don't, maybe, I don't know. But I have been fortunate to kill one with a gun in 2013. And I have goals. I want to accomplish certain things. And this is something I really want to accomplish, is killing sheep with a bow.
Yeah.
If I can kill a slam with a bow, like that's just something to me. I will be very proud of myself for doing that. You know, you can't fake your way into a bow slam, right?
Yeah.
You just can't do it. You got to kill it. You got to kill a sheep with a bow.
Does it anyhow impede like your ability to enjoy this experience?
So that's a great question. In the moment here, while I'm thinking through it, the enjoyment of the stock itself, just because of the stress involved, yeah, it probably will. But the beautiful thing about those hunts up north is they're just such an enjoyable experience all the way through.
The environment, the animal.
It's different.
Yeah,
right? It's just
the experience.
Yeah, so the enjoyment will still be there.
Yeah.
And I am willing, and I've already committed to myself, is empty is, I'll just be the idiot and I'm comfortable with that. I'll be the idiot that went on a stone sheep hunt and came home empty because I wanted to selfishly kill it with a bow. I'm good with that.
You've made peace with it?
I've made peace with that. People are going to say what they want to say, and I've made peace with it. But the pressure, yeah, because am I going to go on another one? They're only getting more expensive. I got another kid on the way. By the time he's old enough that I can go on another backcountry hunt, what do they get to in 5 years, 8 years? Do I ever get priced out of this stuff? Right? So you have these thoughts. It's like, yeah, pressure it's real.
Yeah.
The only thing I can compare it to is when I drew my archery elk hunt in Nevada in 2000. I think that was, what year did I draw that tag? 2000. I don't know. I took Scott with me, but I drew that with 14 points. And in Nevada, you're in a 10-year lockout if you kill 2018. And in Nevada, you're in a 10-year lockout.
Yeah. Same with Utah for 5 years. I can't even apply for 5 more years. And you start adding the math. You're doing the math, and you're like, okay, I can't apply for 10. It'd probably take me another 20 years at that point to draw if you're you.
And I had a lot of pressure because I knew the unit really well too. I had spent a lot of time in the years previous to that hunting with some other people who knew the unit really well. And so like I had big bulls on my mind, and I had a lot of pressure going into that hunt.
So
weird
feeling, huh?
It reminds me of that. Reminds me of that.
Brady, do you have an elk tag this year? You feeling? Do you feel pressure?
Yeah. So I was gonna say, like, to me, having a tag that would impose some pressure on you, it drives me further than I ever would on a normal hunt, and I think it then benefits all my other hunts after that. Like, it makes all my preparation, the work going into it, rise to a whole nother level. It's like playing in a championship basketball game or whatever. Like, you can get the best out of someone knowing you're going into that. Like, all that work pays off. So, like, example I'll give quick, but like I do feel a lot of pressure going into this elk tag because I burned a lot of points on it. It's a lot of years off my life, and so there's a pressure going into it. Like Renzo said, I'm locked out from applying for points or picking up another tag for a long time. So I won't actually get a tag of this quality for till I'm maybe in my 50s, maybe in my 60s.
Maybe.
Maybe.
And as good as elk are now, and I'm not trying to add pressure here, but as good as they are now, is it ever going to be this good?
Yeah.
Even if you do draw the tag again. I mean, this is kind of prime time of elk when you look at the history.
Yeah. But then like the other example though, like last year, I went on a Marco Polo hunt. Now we're talking about sheep, but that was a lot of pressure going on a Marco Polo hunt.
Yeah.
It's the cream of the crop when it comes to pinnacle of sheep hunting, in my opinion.
It's a once in a
lifetime. So like knowing I had that tag in my hand finally, knowing I'm going to go on it, the whole preparation leading up to it was it was a whole nother level. It was like I was preparing for the biggest moment of my life, which it was. Yeah. And so because I did all those little steps beforehand, like I'm already, I work out all the time. I reload, shoot my rifle, like do everything I can to put myself in the best position to be successful. But because I had such a primo opportunity to do something I've always wanted to do in my life, I took it to another level. And because of that, I was shooting the best I've ever had been. My rifle system was dialed. My, optics, gear, everything was perfected. My body was perfected. So when I went over there, when I got in that position I'm like, well, now I'm in the spot where I'm going to kill this ram. This is the ram we're going to kill. I was the most confident I've ever been in my life. And it was a very difficult shot normally because of the wind, negative 15-degree temperatures. It's literally a Marco Polo. Like if I make this bad shot, I'll probably never get an opportunity again. It's blood and done.
Yeah.
And
just
the pressure left up to leading up to it.
just the thought of the sight picture of a Marco on my scopes gives me a little tingle in my plums.
Yeah, you like you don't
tingle in my plums just thinking about it. You know what I mean? Like,
every animal's life is valuable, but it's like I don't want to like make it seem like on another animal like I'm not as focused and dialed or whatever, but like you're going to do something that you're never going to do again.
Yeah.
Like literally I'll never do that again.
Yeah.
So like knowing that I was so calm, so collected, I'm like, yeah, that's a game changer shot. It's 409 yards. Like I can make that shot all day, but those conditions are crazy. The elevation's crazy. It was just sub 16,000 feet elevation, 25 plus mile an hour wind. And I couldn't have put the bullet any more perfect.
Yeah.
I still have never released that footage of that. The ram only went like 60 yards and died, but like literally I couldn't have walked up and put a bullet in that a better of a spot. But like that pressure moment though is what I crave. Like I don't ever want to lose that excitement you get when you're in there, but like pressure's a good thing. It makes everything else rise to the top.
Yeah, that's the same thought I had when he asked the question, did I feel pressure? And I'm like, yeah, I did feel pressure. You put pressure because you just know those opportunities aren't going to come around that often. It just made me think like how much, like I have general season tags this year. Like, why don't I put that same emphasis? Like,
Exactly.
And what could potentially happen if I did? Like if I looked at it the same way, and again, I don't know if you can, because you kind of know in the back of your head that only one's going to come around every so often, the other one's much more regular. But yeah, it just made me wonder. Like, it made me wonder two things. One, I don't ever want to feel, and I think the older I've gotten, the easier it's gotten. Like I don't feel the pressure. Like I had an elk tag in Utah in 2010, maybe or 9, something like that. I felt a lot of pressure then for some reason. Like I was really amped up, right? And then, this last year, I felt like I was able to enjoy the experience more, to be honest. Like I felt like it was just a much more enjoyable hunt because I didn't feel as much pressure. But I, just like you, the level of preparation, the level of scouting I put into it was tenfold. And what could happen if I put more of that on myself for just any hunt, any tag?
But I think now that we've all kind of had those experiences, I think it does bleed into other hunts. We might not realize it, but I think it is. Yeah. And I always try to look at it now. It's like, well, one thing, life isn't a given. Like I want to put all the effort in every single hunt I go on. Me hunting the next year isn't a quite given. I might not draw any tags or I might get injured or, whatever I might not be hunting. So it's like, you kind of do pressure all the time, but you might not realize you're now at a higher level because now you're continuing that on. It might not seem like you're doing a lot, but maybe you still are, but now you're just, more prepared because you've had those pressure moments in your life and just taking it to another level.
To your point of making you better because of the pressure, would I have wandered around the desert this morning at 5:30 a.m. taking random shots like on a no?
Yeah.
But why did I, when my alarm went off, we got back yesterday from this antelope hunt. I was dog tired. My alarm went off this morning. I didn't feel great, but like I had the pressure literally of the sheep hunt. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ruck. And I'm going to wander around the desert and I'm going to shoot non-normal distances today. And that's what made me go do it.
Is the pressure for you guys what is it exactly? Is it the cost of the permit, the cost of the trip? Is it the fact that you've burned bonus points on a hunt that you can't apply for so many years? Is it the fact that you work in a hunting industry and you're, quote unquote, myself included, I'm saying this about me as well, is like, is it this, like, I'm supposed to fill tags, I'm supposed to be a good hunter? Like, what is it for you? Is it all that, or is it any of it?
I think it has to be a lot of it. Like, I don't think it's one exact thing. I know filming a hunt adds a lot more pressure than a normal hunt. I definitely know that. Like we were hunting there yesterday, it felt like not a lot of pressure, even though it was pressure because we wanted to try to find a target buck and get it killed for him because it was a great buck. But like it didn't feel as much pressure as something else because the cameras aren't rolling. Like
that's a weird one, huh?
Like it's hard. It's hard. It's a lot of pressure when you put a camera in front of someone if they've never been experienced to it before. But I think almost all hunts though, there's a pressure scenario. You just got to figure out what that pressure scenario is. And
do you feel pressure to kill an animal because you're Brady Miller?
There's sometimes for sure. Yeah, there definitely is. I mean, I think you go through waves. Like you can't let it get to you though. I mean, I hunt for my own reasons at the end of the day. Like I love hunting and I always will. And I would hunt if I didn't ever even work here, I'd still be doing the same thing I do. And I'd still be broke, poor, putting all my money, every part of my effort into it. But it's like, now it's different. Now there's social media and people say people hunt for social. I don't do that. Like I just hunt. That's the only thing I've ever done.
I'll be real honest with you. And I've never really talked about it, but like I got off of social. When was that? I was off for a while.
A long time.
But I did it a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I did it because I found myself pressure because of the founder of GOHUNT and being successful.
He's killing
and
animals.
I hated it.
Yeah.
And it was
bugged you.
I didn't like how I felt. That's not me. I enjoy hunting, one, for just the disconnection. That's what I always have enjoyed about it. I've never felt closer to God in any circumstance other than being on a mountain glassing like that. That's what I always loved about hunting. And it got to me for 100% when I was younger. Like it was wasn't as mature, didn't have a family, you know, like perception because of a family, right? It got to me, and I didn't like that.
It's weird, isn't it?
So I said, I'm going to fix this real easy. I'm going to get rid of all this shit.
Yeah, kind of bizarre.
I'm going back to why I got into hunting in the first place. That's what I've done over the last, I've been off for a long time, 5-6 years. But now with my family, like that I can genuinely tell you, I don't give a shit about.
That's a good place
it's a great place
to be in. Yeah.
And it was exact that break from social, and my family's had a lot to do with this too, having kids, and you know, everyone tells you perception changes when you have kids, but like, goddamn, it really changes.
Yeah.
Like big time changes. And now I can genuinely say I don't give a shit about what people think if I'm successful or not.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Yeah. That's good. It's a good place to be in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the pressure for me is the opportunity. Like I look at the opportunity of the pressure, where burning 14 points on an elk tag, being locked out for 10 years.
I look at that too.
That's pressure.
I look at time. So both time away from family responsibilities, and then, you know, work, time away from work, money spent on it, which, I mean, I don't have all the money in the world. So it's like, if I'm going to invest, you know, $680 in an elk tag in Colorado, I feel like I want to bust my ass and fill that tag. Like, I feel like I want to justify the cost of the trip and the time, and like, those are the kinds of things. And then the other thing I think about a lot is, it's like, I know I'm capable of it. You know, like if I go out there, I've done some hunts. Like I did an elk hunt in Idaho where I know I didn't give that tag justice. Like I kind of sailed it in a little bit, you know, compared to what I think I'm capable of. I hate that feeling on the back end.
Worst.
I hate it.
Hate it.
I quit early on a hunt back in the day, and it tore me up. Still to this day. Left the mountain early.
Yeah.
Same. I've had the same, and I can't stand myself.
I still think of it right now.
Yeah, cannot stand myself.
What would have happened if I had stayed the other like 2 days?
Yeah.
What would have happened?
Yep.
Yeah, even if nothing happened, at least you go on with the satisfaction that you gave it your effort.
Yeah. Yeah. And then your thing about time away for family too, pressure of justifying the sacrifice of the time away.
Yeah.
Like the stone sheep hunt. Like it's a lot of days. Because you put 2 days of travel on front end, 2 days of travel on back end. Got my wife 7 months pregnant. It's like, I better justify that time away, you know?
Well, I hope you can put it all aside and enjoy it. I know. I always remind myself, like, there's a lot of times I'll wake up in the morning, I'm on the mountain, you know, and if I start thinking, today's the day, I got to fill my tag, you know, I got to find elk, I got to kill, I got to harvest. I take a moment to think, you know what, man, what a cool opportunity for me to be waking up right here in the mountain on a tent, you know, and it's 50 degrees or 40 degrees, and I'm in a warm down sleeping bag, and I've got this time to myself to like kind of think and process and just like enjoy sunrise. And
I told you that story with Bo Beatty about my most special, but that hunt changed a lot for me. Bo changed a lot for me. And then you add on my son, everything he had been through and everything. I can I've grown a lot, like mentally, just being able to self-reflect and get in the right headspace before. And I can genuinely say, I know for a fact I'll enjoy this hunt. I will. I've already committed. I've already gone through my mental prep of like, yes, I am going to be away. Yes, I am sacrificing. Yes, I could come back as an idiot on a stone shima, and I'm settled there. So now it's like, okay, let's go enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, it comes with age
for sure.
And some things that help you change that perception. Bo Beatty, my son, my family, like just those little changes. Like, all right, okay, this is what it is. I'm settled there. My mind is settled. I'm not anxious. Now let's go.
I even look at last year. You know, I love mule deer. I didn't kill a single mule deer last year.
Wild.
Yeah. I mean,
wild.
So like part of it could be like, maybe I feel pressure to kill, you know, mule deer because I love them so much. I love hunting them. I love talking about mule deer. I love talking about tactics. But at the end of the day, I was fine on the first leg of that mule deer sabbatical to walk away. and not harvest something. Yeah, I think I mentioned in some of the self-filming videos, like part of me feels like it's a failure in a sense. Like I'm here to kill, but also I was happy walking away because I didn't feel pressure to pull a trigger on an animal that wasn't mature enough for me.
Yeah.
Where I've grown to that level now where I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah.
I enjoy the other parts. Like, I talked in the last podcast, I love big antlers. I love hunting old mature deer, you know, like
Yeah.
I was stumbling on my words there, but there's a lot more deeper meaning to that. But it's like, I love being in that place to, you know, pursue an animal that I want to go after, and eating a tag now is kind of okay. And then I went into the second leg. Now I think, well, now I'm going to slam it. Now I'm going to find a giant, you know, didn't find the bucks I wanted to, didn't find the quality deer, shot that, you know, raghorn bull. I ate both my mule deer tags, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I think it's good to have those conversations with yourself before you leave. You know, I think your intent is that you're always going out there and you're going to fill your tag. Like, I'm going to do absolutely everything in my power to fill my permit. I'm going to just give it hell when I get out there. Yeah. I think it's good to have those conversations with yourself a little bit.
With your higher self.
Yeah, with your higher self.
You got to sit down and
about what is the reason I'm going, and what, you know, what is it potentially might feel like if I don't, because I mean, you're going to Alaska.
Yeah.
To hunt moose.
It's expensive.
Like, how many times does a person get? Am I supposed to say that? Sorry, is that why you're laughing? Oh,
no, you can. You can.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just like,
We're here for the people, Brady.
We're here for the people.
How many times are most people going to be able to go to Alaska and hunt moose on their own DIY style? Like, that's it. I've only done it once. It was like the dream, you know, my dream as a kid. And I don't know if I'll ever get back, but it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. I'm thinking about it right now. Like, it is literally.
You were stressed the whole antelope hunt.
Yeah, it's so we antelope hunted for, you know, a day and a half or whatever. Drove back all night. And we were just saying earlier, I still got my workout in last night. I could still made a priority to go out and run. Mm-hmm. And you know, now here we are. It's a Saturday right now. So we'll say it's a Saturday. Yeah. Like we did podcast earlier, we're doing podcast now. Tomorrow is my last day to really pack my gear, get all finalized. I'm showing up at the office on Monday morning, do a gear list video. So I have pressure there to like make sure I have all my gear dialed for the video, do a really great job on that to explain everything. And then I leave Monday night. And here we are on a Saturday. I still have to go edit all those photos from archery antelope or the antelope hunt. We just got on. There's a lot of pressure, a lot of stuff going on right now to make it so my hunt's going to be enjoyable, but I love it.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing I'd rather be doing. And I love this stacked up, like I'm just riding at adrenaline from day after day after day right now. Like I don't sleep. Like you saw my recovery scores from my whoop thing. It's like 7%
first day, 13% next day.
Yeah. That's how like low of sleep and recover I am, but I'm still working out. I'm still doing everything I can, trying to like get dialed for this hunt. And I'm so excited. I don't think, like I am very prepared, but I don't feel like I'm prepared.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good way to explain it, but like, it's going to a moose hunt. It's a lot of pressure. Like once I get up there and, you know, we're out in the middle of nowhere and that's it. I'm here now.
Yeah.
Like now we figure out, you know, what's going to make success on this hunt or not. And it's a dream hunt.
I want to ask you though, Trail, because you're the one that asked it. Do you feel pressure being trail? Because the reason why I ask this is, you, whether you want to admit it or not, you're known as one of the better hunters anyone's ever been around, just like your ability with animal and animal behaviors and all that stuff. But you're not a social guy. Yeah. Like
I don't.
You don't feel it?
I don't, not really. Like maybe a little bit. I'd be lying if I said that like I didn't, you know, cruise social media when I get home and like see a big, you know, a big buck or a big bull and think, why is that not me? Mm-hmm. And it's pretty clear why it wasn't me. Like I hadn't put the time in or the effort in, right? You know, like I get it, but I don't. I used to. There was a time for sure. Yeah. And I don't know that it was necessarily tied to, you know, me being trail per se. I think it probably was like it really used to eat me alive if I didn't fill a tag. Like that would really bug the shit out of me.
And I don't mean you know trail. I mean you just in your circles you are known as like you were one of the better hunters anyone knows.
Yeah. Maybe I don't know.
I mean, you are.
I don't know.
So that's why I'm asking. Like, do you feel that from your inner circles of
no?
Everyone knows you to be.
I don't really think I am. Like I don't know, man. I look at across the people that I know. Like I could probably name 5 guys in my neighborhood that I would look at their collections of animals and the things that they do, and I'm like, you know what, that guy's a way better hunter than I am. You know, I don't know if it's true or not. It's just kind of where my head goes.
I'd be willing to bet though if you asked them, they would say you.
Maybe I don't know. I'd be
willing to bet.
Yeah.
That.
I mean, I don't post a lot. Like, I don't feel any pressure to post. I don't know why. I just don't. It's not that I don't like sharing. It's like I've told you, GOHUNT could share whatever they want of mine. Yeah. I don't care. You know, I just don't post a lot of my own. And I don't know. I think I'm just getting old per se. Yeah. But I I don't think I do.
But I respect that though, because you're doing other things. You're becoming a better hunter by not being on social. Like you're able to shoot your arrows every morning, where most people might wake up, they're just going to scroll through Instagram. You're out there grinding it day after day to make yourself better.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't scroll. If I told you I didn't scroll through Instagram a little bit, but yeah, I don't.
Yeah, you're not making a priority. You're
No, it's not a
things.
huge.
But not even social. Just your social network. Like not
Oh no,
not phone.
I don't
social, like
have
your
one.
Actual
This
social.
is my social network. Like it would probably scare you guys how much a loner I truly am. Like
we've gotten you. You love your alone time.
Yeah, I'm alone a lot. I don't have a big social circle, but I don't keep in touch with a lot of people. Even my own family, my brothers, they tell you that it might be every third day or something before I get back to them. But I don't know. I don't feel a lot of pressure per se. I would say most of the pressure that I feel is just on myself because I think I know I'm capable.
Yeah.
I know I have the skill set. I know I have the ability. Most of the pressure I feel is just on myself. Like if I don't do it justice for what I think my own ability is, then I feel disappointed, and mostly just in myself.
So that's a good. So having that conversation with your higher self before hunts and having that mental battle, that internal getting situated, so there's no anxiety, none of that stuff. What I've found in doing that, having those, whether you want to call it meditation or whatever it is, like that conversation with your higher self, is I've gotten better at that and being more matured about that. It's like now the pressure is, I know I'm capable to get it done, just like you said. And if I don't give it everything, I know when I come home, I'm not going to be a good person. Yeah. I'm not going to be my best self. Because when I get home and the hunt's over and I can't go back and be successful, even though I know I'm capable, it is going to eat at me.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to be a bad husband, a bad dad. I'm going to be shitty at work. And it's going to last a while,
Yep.
That's where that pressure,
yeah,
like
and
the sheep hunt, that's what's coming from.
Once the last day of the season is over, it's over.
That's
over. It. You're not there
you can't save yourself.
You don't get another chance at it for another year.
Yeah.
If that, you know what I mean? Depending on what tag you have. So perspective is a lot of it.
Yeah. And that's why I got off social, is having those meditation sessions. And I'm like, this is not me. I don't like me right now.
Yeah. I think social's good as long as you just you have a better perspective of what it is. I think it's fine.
Yeah. And now it's all on. Well, don't be a shitty person when you get home. So give it what it's worth.
There's only one way then to not be a shitty person, is just give it all when you're out there.
Exactly.
That's the best feeling. Like I said, it's the best feeling in the world is like when you give it your all and it works out the way that you hoped it would. And you fill the tag. There's literally no better feeling. I mean, it is
on the one. When you fill it on the one,
it is euphoric when you feel that. When you've put your heart and soul and all the work and all the prep and you've scouted and hunted hard, and that comes together when seemingly it feels like it's impossible. When that works, it's euphoric. And I love that feeling, but if I give it my all and it doesn't work, I can live with that. Like I'm not happy about it,
but at least I
can live with it.
Yeah, at least you can sleep. And be like, yep.
Yeah. When it really eats at me is when I left something on the table.
I didn't fail because I quit. I didn't fail because I didn't work at it. I just failed because I failed.
Yeah, because the wind switched.
Yeah, you can live with that one.
Yeah. I don't know. It's good. It's good. It's interesting.
Do you feel this elk tag that you have? You feel it more there? Or you feel it on this Alaska thing?
More on the elk tag by far.
Yeah, I would think
really?
so.
Really? I would feel it more in Alaska.
No, dude.
Because I would want it so bad.
Really?
Oh, yeah, man. When I went to Alaska, I was like, I want this so bad because this is like my chance.
Your childhood dream, too.
Yeah, I wanted it so bad.
Yeah, they're both similar, but knowing that, I drew a premium tag, phenomenal water year.
Just a good year all the way around.
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know. And like, I'm not an elk hunter. So that's a lot, that right there, that's a lot of pressure. Being, like, I always tell people, like, don't do what I'm doing right now. Like, I've obviously killed some bulls. I've killed a metric ton of cows. Like, so I can't say I'm just jumping in this blind, but like, I should have been going on some other elk hunts, preparing for this to get more knowledge about elk, to get, learning how to judge elk, learning how to, the habits and movements and everything else. So I'm just kind of going in, like I tell people not to do all the time, do other hunts. And then when you draw your premium tag, you'd be very skilled.
Be ready.
Yeah. Be ready. So like luckily I've been hunting all the time. So I know how to,
you know how to hunt. You're going to be fine.
Yeah.
The only potential skill that I could even think of, and I say this even loosely, is just judging.
Judging a bull, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I've joked, I'm going to have some flashcards.
It's not a bad idea.
I have some flashcards. What's the 340 bull? What's the 350 bull?
It's not a bad idea.
Screenshots on your phone.
Yeah.
Well, then ultimately you're going to shoot a bull that you love, that you like.
Yep. Like I've always said,
you're going to be okay.
if it's in a cool area, a cool stock opportunity, and I'm with some cool people, like I'll go after any sort of animal, and it's like that's going to be a dream for me.
That's actually a really good point because you just reminded me of something else. Those conversations with my higher self that I decided. Numbers, I used to, right? Because you always want to tell, you always want to say something that's just kind of like that flash. When you're young, right? You want that attention, whatever it is. It's like, dude, if something has the look, that's way cooler.
Yeah, the look.
So I just kind of made that like, yeah, I'm settled there. Who gives a shit? If it's got the look and it's just, I'm in, man.
Yep.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I always said if I wake up and it's snowing 2 feet last night and it's a giant nasty snowstorm, and I spot a buck out in this cliff
And it's just turned.
Just turn the right way. I'm like, this is a cool experience right now. I'm going to have to go all over in the deep snow. My scope's going to be all, covered in snow, everything. And then I kill a buck. That buck means more to me than a big giant deer because of that situation I'm going to be in. And then the other pressure I have, like we're talking about this elk thing, it's an open sight muzzleloader.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm a weapon limited in a sense. Like, the technology gotten a lot better on muzzleloader, but I'm still, one shot. I got to make a perfect one shot. And I'm all about trying to make the best one shot possible. And I've killed things with muzzleloaders before, but I'm not like, I wouldn't say I'm an expert on, muzzleloaders, but I love muzzleloaders. I shoot them all the time. But so that adds another challenge to it. I got to get a lot closer. And when I get close, a lot of things happen when you get close. Like when I was up there before, there's a lot of bulls in this unit. There's a lot of eyes that potentially, there's not a lot of hunters because a lot of tags and it's such a, coveted unit. But I want to do something too that, my family, everyone, I grew up in Minnesota, everyone thinks elk are the coolest thing in the world. So I also have pressure.
They're right.
Yeah. So also have that kind of like.
The trail just slipped that one in.
They're absolutely right.
I was late to the point you just made, and then it connected. I'm like, oh, I slipped it.
Yeah.
Got it in.
So then I kind of have another built pressure on there because everyone in my family has always wanted me to be an elk hunter since I live out west. Like you live out west,
Again,
you should elk hunt.
Genius.
Yeah. So
I agree with everything your family's told you.
Yeah.
So far.
So right now,
Keep going. We're on a roll.
Yeah, we're on a roll. So now I feel like I have a pressure to live up to their expectations because they're living vicariously through me. They want me to kill what I want to kill, an animal, and they want to, see me kill a giant bull. And I've never done that before. I've never killed a true giant once in a lifetime bull because I've never focused on it. I have points in every single state for elk. So eventually I'm going to, start pounding these off and going cool adventures, but I've never done it. And they all want me to be an elk hunter. And now it's my chance to quote unquote be that elk hunter.
Everyone does. I want you to be an elk hunter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you honestly, do you think there's any part of you that's like maybe you do turn into because you do have these points everywhere?
Yeah, I have a lot of, I will have a string here of some giant bulls probably because I'm willing to wait for the premium tag.
And as you should, because you've been doing this for a long time, multi-state, all this stuff. But with that on your mind, do you see yourself becoming killing big bulls they are big. They're the beast of everything. So shoot 60-inch beams and 20-inch front. It's so visually captivating because of how big they are. Do you find yourself at all?
No.
Really?
I don't say that
even what I just laid out.
Yeah, I don't say it with a total straight face. No. No. Elk does not do it for me. I would rather hunt a black bear every single year than an elk.
I've made it known. Elk's not my favorite.
I want to clear out of here because you're about to get struck by lightning. What you said is blasphemous.
Yeah, I mean, I've made it known elk are not my favorite. And, and I've said, you guys can have all the elk out there as long as I get the deer and antelope. There is a part of me though, that's when you do have an elk tag, just that visual captivating look, man, there is a draw to it. And that is what I love about, and then, obviously you get into the rut, I can never not do archery elk hunts. This is as good as it gets, but just that visual, holy shit, man, 60-inch beams in these fronts. And it's whoa, that's cool.
So I give elk a lot of shit. You guys know that. I call them mountain carp. Most people hopefully know I'm joking in a way. Nosy frat boys, but it's a part of me, I also do it because they just don't do it for me. I obviously
they do it for you. They just don't do it for you.
Here's the thing though. Every hunt I go on, I fucking love it. It's literally the coolest thing ever. So I'm hunting elk, hunting antelope, hunting a black bear, hunting everything. That's that moment of time, that's my favorite thing in the world
you
to
like
do.
to hunt.
So I like to hunt. So I'm going to enjoy that part of it. But if I had to choose, and I'm trying to take out bias, even though there's probably a lot of bias here. Like I would rather hunt a mule deer every single year for the rest of my life. And if I could give up those elk points and trade them straight over to mule deer points, if they allowed me to do that, I would do that.
Yeah, valid, super valid. But I want to press you on something.
Okay.
That's not necessarily what I was going for. Specifically, I'm going for, you say that they don't do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you start hunting these big bulls
Yeah.
and that visual,
Okay, I see where you're going.
do you find yourself getting into looking at an animal that is, they are just built different? They visually speaking, right? When you glass up big bulls, it is like, holy shit, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself getting into that?
No.
Okay, I'll just try to lay it out again.
Fair enough.
Like, Ryan Lampers and I are really good friends, and we talk a lot, we text back and forth, and we have a very similar saying. Mule deer, why they're so special is the places they take you. Elk doesn't take me. I've never been able to say elk confidently can take me the places that a mule deer can take me. It's basically sheep hunting, mountain goat hunting, but on a do-it-yourself, affordable level. I can do it every single year, and those elk are not in the places where I like to go. They're not in the rocks. They're not up in the top. It's not.
They are.
They are.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, they are.
I definitely, you can be right, but the majority of the time, where am I going to be at when I'm elk hunting? For the most part, I'm going to be deep in the timber. What do I like? I like big mountains. I like landscape. I like seeing country. I like waking up every day and be like, wow, look at this. I'm overlooking this giant mountain basin instead of like, oh, here I am in the dark timber walking around where I can only see 50 yards in front of me, chasing some noisy bugles.
Man, I think your hunt, I think, is going to be a lot more like what you're saying.
I do too.
You love.
There is some of it for this hunt, yes. And some of these other areas I'm kind of chasing.
Yeah,
Trail, I'm
potentially.
trying. I've been trying. It's
No,
you gotta take over here.
It's a great discussion. I get what you're saying. Maybe
We'll
if I
just see
do
what
hunt,
he has to say after his
After,
hunt. Then,
yeah.
I'm curious as to see if his
I-
attitude. I don't know if he'll admit it if they did.
you
if he
can
does,
already
but-
quote me right now. I guarantee I'll come back and say that was a freaking phenomenal hunt. I loved every second of it because I will. But like I said, I'd rather go after a mule deer.
Yeah, it's funny.
And I know weird. I've known bass backwards. I know all that.
I don't think. Look, I'm with you. I want to kill every deer and antelope. You guys can have all the elk, but that's not ever going to happen. You won't ever have to choose.
Yeah, we'll
only
never have to
deer for-
choose. No.
The point and the reality is, will they ever do something for you? Like for me, there's no way I could give up an archery elk hunt for the rest of my life. They do it for me in that. And then that when you glass up a big bull, that first like, holy shit, that thing is giant.
So the only time I've ever gotten this elk bug, if you can call it that, was helping my brother on his Montana elk tag because that was his dream.
Yeah.
That was legit all he ever wanted to do. And he drew it with 5 points. He got super lucky. He drew a primo unit in Montana and went out there and hunted elk deer. And that's all he ever wanted to do.
We need some Miller luck, dude.
We do.
What are we doing?
No kidding.
So because of that,
We need the other Miller, the elk one.
the elk
Which
Miller.
Miller? Which Miller's the elk Miller?
Bryce.
Bryce.
So that was a moment where it put me in a different mindset because I was with him on the same page. I was wanting this for him so bad and wanted to do everything I could to figure out where these big bulls were hanging out. And then I just I loved elk hunting at that moment because I wanted it for him.
Mm-hmm. That makes I see what you're saying. That makes total sense.
So that moment, elk was everything. And I could see why his drive and his whole life, like I said, the Midwest thing, like all they ever thought about was elk hunting. Like when he drew that tag, like he called me and he's like, you go check the draw results. I want to make sure I'm seeing the same thing. Like I drew that tag. It was that important to him. Like that's all he could talk about was his elk hunt coming up, and we pulled the snowmobile trailer over, got like a 55-gallon drum of gas. So we had enough gas for the side-by-side and the truck and everything, and like camping in -degree temperatures. And, the snowmobile trailer got frozen, so we couldn't get out once. We had to take a blowtorch on the side of the door inside to get those frosted in. Like
Good
that's
thing
the
you
moment.
didn't have to pee real bad.
Yeah, that's like the stuff that he wanted. And like, that was like, this is elk hunting's phenomenal at that point because I was with him doing it. And that's what rose up to that level. But I was like, I was chasing that dream with him. I felt like I was the tag holder, even though I wasn't, because I was living through him.
And now your family's living through you.
Yeah, now they're doing the same thing again.
Yeah.
And I wish my brother could be on the same hunt with me because I was on his big bull and I want him to be here. But
Get him out here. Bryce.
Him and his wife are having their first kid.
Ooh, that's
Sounds
a tough
made-
one.
Sounds made
Due
up.
the 17th of October. My hunt starts the 22nd. And so my dad can't even come out.
That's a tough one.
And
That
so
is tough.
So I'm super stoked on them for having, their first kid. It's super awesome because my mom's really excited for that.
Bring her with.
Yeah. What would be better than, having
She's
having
8 months and 28 days pregnant.
Yeah, we could maybe put a wall tent down below and they could hang out there. And
That there is only one valid excuse for not being brother and this and whatever. Having a kid.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Valid.
Yeah, that one's valid.
Well, you leave Monday then.
leave Monday night. Yep.
Well, good luck.
Gonna take a red eye. I'm super excited. Like you said, there's pressure on it, but I'm enjoying it.
Next few weeks, it should all be really interesting. This is
Yeah.
like when it gets really fun,
Yeah.
It's fun to catch up on everybody's success. I saw Adam and his dad, they'd kill a cow elk early.
God, he was pumped too. It's awesome to see.
Scott's out hunting antelope.
Braden's wife.
Braden's wife
Dude,
killed a trophy spike.
You see the mass on that spike?
Bro, I texted him and I was like, she just killed a future 380. I'm like, that spike is a big spike. I'm
Yeah.
like, his bases
We're massive.
are,
Yeah.
I mean, they're big. As big
You
as,
said this. You showed it to me in the truck when we were driving up to Antelope, and I'm like, "Holy shit, that thing's heavy."
yeah. You know what's funny about that is he said, he messaged me back. Hopefully you won't mind me saying this, but he said that she was like committed to killing a spike. She would not kill a cow. Said they got into like 130, and he said they were talking. They played it perfectly, and she was able to slip in and slip an arrow. But I thought that was so cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
That she killed that spike, and she was so committed to killing a spike, and then she killed a future for 380 spike.
That was a
That
giant
is a
spike.
trophy. That's what you better at
was
least
a
your
big
own
spike.
that spike.
That
That
was a
thing's
big
pretty
spike.
cool.
Did we post that to Gohan's timeline? Or was that just
I don't
story?
know.
We
did
eventually
We
will.
should.
So by the time
Yeah.
it's probably releases, we'll have it on the
We should.
timeline,
Yeah,
so
that
you guys can
was-
check out that spike. 'Cause that spike's
That was
good.
super cool.
But
Yeah.
you start Monday and it rolls for you from then on out.
Yeah, Brady's
Yeah.
out of the office.
You a lot.
Yeah. Don't tell Porter.
He's aware.
I was gonna get a little cardboard cutout and put it in my office.
Yeah, exactly. The
That would
crazy
be
thing for
funny.
me and Brady though is I'm out twice on 2 backcountry hunts. Not a ton of hunting comparative to what I've done in the back, but the way it falls, Brady and I come Monday will not see each other because of the way we.
Yeah,
he's
you went
in, I'm out,
staggered.
I'm out, he's in. We won't see each other till like November.
Yeah, it could be till after I get back from one of my first mule deer hunts.
Yeah,
That's in November.
That's how long it's gonna be.
You can probably only catch up when you're like in transit, the two of you.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
hey, how'd it go?
Yeah. Hey, how's things? Here's a photo.
You're hunting too though, right now.
Oh, yeah, I'm kind of hunting. Yeah, I'm gonna go out probably tomorrow. I'll probably grab a day, maybe midweek, and then over Labor Day, I'll probably take like a 7-day chunk and just run out and see what I can turn up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to kill a trophy spike too.
Better be heavier. I don't know if you could do it.
I don't
though.
think I'm going to. That was a big one.
You're heading out right for this podcast.
Yeah, I got my bag loaded. Yep,
Good for
probably
you.
probably drive tonight and then pack in and spend the night and hunt tomorrow. And yeah, I'm still looking, still shopping, still cruising, making the most of my time in the field and just really enjoying being out this year. I can't think of a time, to be honest, in a number of years where I've just legitimately enjoyed being out for what it is. Just being outdoors and just like
Yeah.
really appreciating the time away from everything else and just kind of being disconnected and just being outside. It's been really nice. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's a good kickoff to all the long hours we've had early in the year too. It's like,
My wife
we
and I
are.
got the clear from her. I don't know what they're called when you're pregnant. The doctor you go see. Is that an OB? Whatever. We got the clear, and she has. We have some general archery Utah tags.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go do that over Labor Day. Something
Cool.
to go do with my wife and son. So that's
Is
good
she
news.
hunting?
Yeah, we got the clear that she can elevation. I mean,
Yeah.
she's 7+ months pregnant.
Yeah.
So it'll be tough, but.
Is
You
she
know.
excited to? She
She just
miss
wants
it?
to get out. Yeah, she really wants to get out,
I
which is
bet.
cool. We got the clear. So that's good, but like she's going to have to take it pretty easy.
Yep.
But at least it's something. Just to the point of being outside,
Yeah.
she wants to
I bet
be
she
outside.
does.
Yeah.
I
So that's
cannot.
cool.
I can't fathom. I can't imagine being pregnant. That's a lot.
Oh man. Oh. Yeah.
You talk about sacrifice. What a sacrifice. 9 months,
And then those little
that does to
shitheads
your,
come out and you just
what that does to your body. And then, I mean,
And then they just take over.
recovery.
but then the little shithead comes out and it takes over your whole life.
Mhm.
Like you can't help but
Yeah.
like you don't care about you anymore. It is like,
Yeah.
okay, you just took over my whole life and I love it.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Yep. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Incredible. Well, good deal.
Yeah.
Anything else?
want to hit our Promo code.
Promo. Guys, you need to sign up for GoHunt Insider account.
Tell me White Trail.
It's awesome.
It's a good answer.
So you got draw odds, which I'm already thinking of. It sounds weird.
I mean,
I'm
September's knocking on the door.
September's coming up, which is weird to think that you would already be thinking about next year's potential plan for the season. But you have points coming up, so purchase only points in Montana,
Wyoming, and Oregon.
And Oregon, right? All three of those states. You're kind of bumping up towards those windows of purchasing preference points or bonus points. So that's one little caveat, one little nice perk. And then I'm already thinking about draw odds and how to potentially spend my points next year. You've got December 1st, you got Idaho going on sale. You got Arizona OTC. So there's time right now that you can still start doing some research for next year. Also right now I'm just putting a ton of time. I know it sounds weird for me, but I'm putting a lot of time behind maps. I told you last podcast, actually I had to use my map. Mm-hmm. I got a little lost, turned around in the fog. So, I'm actually using GoHunt maps. So you're going to get your maps with your insider purchase.
If we can get trail, we can get anyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I love about this.
I don't know if that's a true statement.
No, if we can get you using a phone
app, map,
we can get anyone.
Yeah, so sign up for an insider account. There's a lot of good reasons. It's all the reasons. And then you're going to get points back on your purchases in the gear shop, which it seems like every time I'm down here the last few weeks, my wife is like, hey, what's the deal with these purchases, So I'm shopping, I'm picking up extra gear in the gear shop. So you're going to get dollars back on your purchases if you are a member. There's a lot of reasons to become an insider.
Can I tell you an anecdotal reason? You brought up thinking about next year in draw odds? Mm-hmm. It's been a long time since I've had a Nevada deer tag, my home state. I have quite a few right now. And I've heard some things. And I am on Insider and I am checking. I've heard some things. So I'm already thinking about Nevada application next year. Yep. Because we've been open since August 10th. Got a lot of good friends in Nevada. I just heard some things through the grapevine, and I am on Insider and I am looking.
How many times are you traveling from your home state to another state or another area to go hunt, and you drive through an area and you're like, oh, you see an animal, you see a landscape, and you start thinking, I wonder what the opportunities are here. Yeah. You pull those up and you can really start to cruise them and look through them and see.
I'm dropping waypoints when I'm driving.
I do that a lot. I do that all the time.
I was just driving through my home state. I'm born and raised here. Going on the Nevada hunt, but it was quite the drive. Yep. I'm already going back looking at some of those units. I'm a home. You think but then you start looking and you're like, man, I don't know about this. This is cool. This is a good opportunity, in my own home state.
It happens a lot for antelope.
Yeah.
You'll just be driving and all of a sudden down the side of the highway, you're like, oh, there's an antelope. That looks like a great buck. You pull up your insider account. You're like, what unit is that? What are my draw odds like? What's the public-private land look like in this unit?
Just did it.
Yeah, just did it. So there's a lot of reasons. So like I said, use the promo code podcast, sign up for a GoHunt Insider account or even a maps portion of our account. So the Explorer account, if you just need maps to navigate, you get points back on your purchases. You're also going to get points when you sign up as an insider. You get 50 points back. So sign up, podcast.
Promo code podcast.
Use it.
And let's go hunting.
Oh my hell.
We're all out for a while.
Yeah, I'm out.
Let's go hunting.
I'm mashing my foot down, headed north, and I'm going hunting.
Yes, Trail. Good luck, I wish you nothing but the best. I can't wait for some photos.
Yeah, likewise, guys. Good luck, everybody.
Thank you.
I feel sad almost.
I know. It's weird.
I feel kind of sad. It's like we're leaving.
The band is going to be...
We're breaking the band up.
The band's going to be disconnected for a while. We're going to have a lot of Trail Brady and a lot of meat trail.
Yeah.
No, one feature I wish we could get is group message on InReach. On Garmin InReach. Yeah. So we could stay together instead of sending them individually. So I have to copy the same thing I send it to someone else. And I want to modify it to make it personal to that person too. So it's I wish we could get a group thread on Garmin. So Garmin, if you're listening, make some group threads.
Can you not do that? I'm trying to think if I've ever tried it. I almost wondered if you can.
I doubt it, bud.
You think so?
Am I talking not truth?
I don't know. I want to say that you can.
I have thought, but just not tried.
I want to say that you can.
Interesting.
I want to say that it's happened. I think
the boys are together then. The band's going to stay together.
Well, I'm saying the podcast, but we're going to have a lot of
it'll be a lot of twos.
A lot of twos,
might be me and Lorenzo or me and Brady or Brady and Lorenzo. Look at that.
You You can.
You can.
The band's back.
Brady just learned something.
I just literally learned something.
I love
Been
it.
a perfect time too, because I'm going to Alaska, so now I can group message
Yeah,
everyone.
perfect.
Well, we look forward to hearing from you.
Golly, I can't wait. I'm going to get the unlimited plan just so we can message all the time.
My man.
What's going to be the message?
BBD.
Big bull down.
Yeah.
Oh, mine was somewhere else.
And with that, we're out.
Showers. See ya.